Many people seems to think Apple is Samsung's biggest smartphone competitor. That's the easy, and North American-centric, narrative. The reality is Chinese brands, such as Huawei and Xiaomi, are likely bigger direct threats to Samsung's mobile business. After all, studies have shown Apple users are fully immersed in the company's ecosystem and unlikely to switch, and it's Xiaomi and Huawei, not Apple, that's been eating into Samsung's pie all over Asia and Europe in the last few years. And so when Samsung released the maximal Galaxy S20 Ultra last year, with a stuffed spec sheet full of eye-popping numbers, it felt to me like the phone was an answer to Chinese flagships rather than Apple's. The latter's phones still sit on the conservative side with specs and numbers. But the S20 Ultra had some flaws, namely a camera system that focus hunts a bit more than usual, and an, in my opinion, inelegant design with a giant camera bump. Samsung fixed most of those issues with the excellent Note 20 Ultra last fall, but it's further polished and corrected those mistakes with this year's S21 Ultra. I've been testing the S21 Ultra for nearly 2 weeks, and it is an absolute apex piece of Slab smartphone hardware. I can't imagine normal Slab phones getting much better this year. Last year's Galaxy S20 Ultra had a camera bump that many, including myself, found unsightly. It was huge, felt like it was just floating on the back of the device, and had a tacky, space zoom 100x print on it, made worse by the fact its 100x zoom was nearly unusable. The S21 Ultra is, at least to my eyes, a huge jump. The camera bump is still large, but this time it feels more purposeful. Samsung blended half of the module into the phone's aluminum chassis. It now feels like an artfully designed camera module rather than a thing that just stuck out. My review unit looks very nice in silver, but I find the black unit even more sleek and sexy. I'll get to the cameras soon, but let's run through the rest of the hardware first. The S21 Ultra's screen is a 6.8-inch panel that refreshes anywhere from 10 to 120 Hz. The idea is that the screen will crank up the refresh rate when it needs to. Games and scrolling through articles benefit from a higher refresh rate but lower the rate when it doesn't need to, when viewing a still photo or watching a movie shot in 24 FPS. Needless to say, the screen looks brilliant with buttery smooth animations. It's also the brightest screen used in a portable device ever, with a maximum brightness of 1500 nits. Under the hood, the S21 Ultra runs on either Qualcomm's Snapdragon 888, North America and China, or Samsung's own Exynos 2100, just about everywhere else. My unit runs on the 888 and performance has been no issue as expected. Qualcomm's latest is a 5nm chip that's going to be the most powerful chip in Android this year, though it still falls short of Apple's A14 Bionic in some computational tasks. The S21 Ultra is undoubted a hefty phone. It measures 165.10 x 75.